What is going on, guys? F3A3 Miami here, and today we're going to be doing a nice review of Black Ops 4 beta. So we'll be discussing the maps, weapons, game mechanics, and new features and changes. First, let's talk about the maps. There are 5 in this beta weekend, including Frequency, Contraband, Seaside, Payload, and Gridlock. The map we're on now is Payload. It's not my favorite, but it's decent. I feel like the maps, they're well designed with map balance. The colors are good, mostly, but all in all, they're still just Call of Duty maps, really. They look larger, but with the crazy movement speed of the game, like, look how fast I'm running right now, it's insane. They really aren't that intimidating once you run through them. 3 of the 5 maps are not colored that well, this one being one of them. The other 2 are Frequency and Gridlock. They're kind of just gray like this one. Just grays and browns and, you know, dark colors. You'll see some reds, some yellows, like you got the yellow here for the caution. And other just soft colors, like little soft blues on the walls here and there in this map. There's some green up there. But it's not really enough to make you notice, really. Like, you're kind of just running around. Contraband and Seaside, on the other hand, they're colored very well. I wish I would have got a video on there, but I kind of just got on this morning and recorded this, and, you know, hoped I got a good game, which I did. This game is I performed well. It was Kill Confirmed. It was actually the first time I played Kill Confirmed. I think they updated this morning, hotfixed it into the game. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But, back to the maps. I liked running through Contraband and Seaside because you see all the colors. Contraband takes place on an island or a coast or something like that, and Seaside is in like this, like it looks like it's like a little village or something. Like it has like a market or whatever. I don't even know, but it looks like it's, you know, like in like France or something like that. I have no idea. But they're colored well. Like there's lots of greens, reds. Like it looks really, they're way pretty. All the maps have pretty good balance. Treyarch is stuck to their 3-lane scheme, which they've done forever. So you got the middle lane, the left lane, the right lane. The middle lane is usually the most congested, but the fights sometimes do switch up to the left and right. But that doesn't happen too much. Usually everybody's just running down the middle trying to get kills, you know. But sometimes you can flake around and get tons of kills, but that's just me. As you can see, I'm like running over here. I was trying to put down this care package. The care packages are picky where you can put them. Like there's plenty of room right there, and I know it, and it just wouldn't go. And I was like, really? And I try to go over here, but anyway. Next, we'll discuss the weapons in the game. Weapons are always a controversial thing because if one's too strong, it gets nerfed, leading to another strong appearing and getting nerfed, and then they buff the gun that got nerfed first. So it's kind of dumb, but you know, you got to see it from a developer's perspective, and that's how we're gonna see it here in this review. It's very tough to balance guns in any game, or balance abilities and whatnot. You never know how good a gun or ability is going to be until the public gets their hands on it to try it out, you know. However, once the ability, the gun, the skill, anything, once it's seen as overpowered, the developers, they listen to the public, which, I mean, that's good and sometimes bad, but then they change it, they nerf it, buff it, whatever. Excuse me. And then the meta shifts after it's nerfed, after a certain thing is nerfed or buffed, because everybody's like, oh, we gotta do this because it's the best thing now. We see this in every game, like even in most genres. Like we got battle royales, things get nerfed and buffed and switched up, and people change. They're like Fortnite right now, it changes every week. But this forces the developers to keep changing every little thing, and really the balance is never going to be perfect in any game. Even if it was, somebody in the world would be really good with one gun, hero, ability, anything, and then people would just get mad because they can't beat that guy. But that's just because of his skill, not the thing that he's using. But back to Black Ops 4, I feel like the weapon balance is pretty good right now, actually, to be honest. Except for the MX9, which I'm using in this video here, in this gameplay, and it's stupid how good it is once you throw rapid fire on there. Like, I have rapid fire and I have a suppressor on here. It is absurd. Like, seriously, the suppressor only reduces the range on guns. I think in the previous 3 Call of Duties, they changed the suppressors not to take off damage. Now it's just range. But I hope there's a slight fix for this MX9 for this next weekend, because it is insane. Like, I use it, I abuse it, and I enjoy it. But when I get killed by it, I'm like, ah, crap, another person with MX9. Like, it's just dumb. The game mechanics this year, we'll move on to those. They're slightly noticeable. There's nothing too crazy. But the movement, I think, has been the thing that I've liked the most to talk about. The movement is smooth, like the slide you just saw right there. If you slide and jump out of it, it feels good. Like, it doesn't feel like you can't obviously double jump or anything. There's no exosuits, no boost stuff. None of that stupid stuff. None of it. Although the movement speed in this game is really fast, as I said at the beginning of the video. Like, he runs so fast in this game, like, it's crazy. The map, like, if you look at it when you touchpad or whatever, it looks pretty big, but with movement speed, it's nothing. And I'd go as far to say that it's the fastest running speed we've ever had in a Call of Duty game. Moving on to the gun mechanics, they're decent. They're pretty good. Every gun mostly feels different with their recoil patterns and the way they perform in general. There are some guns that you can tell they are a bit heavier than like an SMG like I'm using, so their handling is a little bit worse. But it still doesn't slow you down too bad, since your characters are all freaking gods and they run so fast. Lastly, we have new features and changes to the game, to the Call of Duty franchise, actually, not the game. And I think the best one, I think, is the healing system. So it's very interesting. I like it a lot, to be honest. By default, everybody has 150 health, and that has actually slowed down the time to kill quite a lot, actually. But I think the time to kill is like at a perfect spot right here. Like, I hope they don't change it, because they've balanced the gun damage to do 150 in a good time, but it's not like so fast that you're like, oh wow, like you can still kill 2 people, get a double kill, and not get destroyed, and you can still turn on people fast enough. It's good right here. I think it's perfect. But back to the healing system. It's in the form of a stim shot, which on console is on your L1 or your left bumper, whatever console you're on. And it has an 8-second cooldown, which, unless you have the stim shot perk, which is, I think it's on your equipment. Yeah, it's on your equipment tab. So there's a bunch of different equipments that you can choose. But it changes, the stim shot perk changes that to 4 seconds, and that is decent. So another new feature is to change the specialist, giving you another special ability which is a shorter cooldown and is more tactical. Obviously the ability changes across the 10 different specialists, and I played Seraph in this game here, so I had a tactical beacon, which is basically attack insertion, but it allows your whole team to spawn there. A good change that Treyarch has made is the new ammo count. Like, everybody's not just running around with like 300 ammo. You only have 3 magazines by default, but you can get more by using Scavenger, by using an assault pack from a specialist named Crash, which gives you like 4 more or something like that. Overall, if there's anything I didn't cover that you think I should have, leave a comment below, and I'll make sure to acknowledge it in the second review for the beta coming this weekend. As always, just hit the like button, hit the sub, hit the bell, and follow me on Twitch for some good gaming. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!